Can you guys hear me? What the fuck, man? All right, everybody. Can you hear me? You can hear me? If you can hear me, say yes so I know. Can you hear me, Paige?
You're good.
Yes, okay. All right. Trying out this new thing for me on this StreamYard. Don't know really how it all works, so I'm trying to figure it out. All right. All right, all right. Godly, this is like pulling my hair out. All right. All right, everybody. You can hear me. Yes, surgery. Okay, everybody. So you can hear me. Good. Good, 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 good. Let's see if I can, Chris. I might be able to go. Give me 1 second. I'll come right back. Give me 1 second. I see. I see. So copy this. Copy. Send it to you. Hang on, everybody. I'm trying to get Chris in here. Give me a second. All right. Did you get it? All right. Let's get started, everybody. Okay. All right. Just want to confirm one last time. Want to make sure you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Just let me know. You can hear me. I see it. Okay. StreamYard has been spoiled by a new. It says Oleg. All right. All right. I can hear you guys. Can you hear me? StreamYard. Oleg, can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Let's get it. So, Chris, I tried. I don't know what the heck's going on, but I tried. All right, everybody. Walk them in. I'm not going to mention everybody's name because then I'll get too far up and down. All right, all right. Let's go with. Okay, okay. Here we go. Here we go. So earlier today we were talking about briefly about the 16 kids that were rescued in Vinton County. It's about 90 miles south of Columbus. Remember that? We were talking about the 16 kids that were rescued from Vinton County in Ohio. So we briefly mentioned it, but I pulled up some information and just want to go ahead and share this information with everybody. This is the latest that's been confirmed. There was 4 adults, literally 4 adults that were arrested. All right, all right. So there was 4 adults that were arrested in this. Okay, you have a Gary Siders. These are the parents. Christina Siders, Gary Siders Sr., and Elizabeth Siders. The last two, Gary Siders Sr. and Elizabeth Siders, I believe, are the grandparents. The parents are the Gary Siders Jr. and Christina Siders. So what happened is they were going to serve a warrant. Okay, they were serving a warrant, and in that process, they didn't say really what the warrant was for, but they went to serve a warrant and they noticed all these kids in the house. A lot of them were really not well. Paige says the sheriff said it was the most horrific, yes, the most horrific scene he has ever seen. 2 of them were in very serious condition. The other ones, they were all taken to the hospital. They were all taken to the hospital. But 2 of them were really seriously, I mean, like, I don't know if they were intensive care or not, but they were in bad shape. So those 4 individuals, they just got done going to court and they pleaded out. I don't even know what the hell they pleaded, to be honest. I don't know how do you defend that, 2 were life flighted. That is correct. That is correct, Paige. Thank you. 2 were life flighted. The children were ages from 1.5 all the way to 18. Think about that for a minute. 1.5 to 18. Yeah, well, I didn't see the press briefing. I just got the information. I seen it when it first happened in the morning. Annie, hey, I made it. Good to have you, Annie. Al says so sad. Yes, without a doubt, very sad. Very sad situation. The children were living in extremely unsanitary conditions with human waste present. Think about that. With human waste present. Very heartbreaking, AJ says. Pace, congrats, Annie. You're here. So so many of the kids, the children, they were in a room that was 12 by 12 in feet. Literally, think about that. Many of these kids were all cramped in a room 12 by 12. Kako says, that's awful, Didi. Please, people are just so sorry treating children like that. I mean, did you guys see the picture? I think I put the picture up on the beginning of the individual. Maybe I didn't. But, anyways, if you look it up on the internet and you see the pictures of the four people that were arrested, the four adults, you're going to see why. I mean, it should speak volume, in my opinion. A to Z. L says, oh my God. A to Z says, hello, DD and friends. I never thought I would say I missed the AZ heat wave, but 94 in Houston, 50% humidity. Can you say Dos Equis, and live to keep cool? Okay, time to buckle down on this case. Chris, I'm just in chat, DD. I don't know how to bring you in. I do not know how to bring you in. I'm new to the game, man. I tried sending it to you, Chris, to get you in here, but I don't know where do I go from here. AJ, Arizona, Paige, Arizona, thank you. Appreciate you, AZ. L, Arizona Sunshine, yes, it's hot. Thank you for supporting the channel. You know, it is literally, it was 101 earlier at about 3 o'clock p.m. We were at 101, if I'm not mistaken. And now, with the index, I bet you we hit at least 109, maybe 110. Catco, my daughter, Ohio, is a clinical psychologist in schools. And some of the things she says makes me sick. I mean, just the idea. I get it. Look, if you need help and you have that many kids and you need help, I get it. Go, get some help. Go to the food pantries. Go to, go get some, get some government assistance. Get some help, because these kids should not have to be struggling and suffering like that. All right, that's what needs to be done. But apparently, for some reason, these four individuals didn't feel like they needed to do that. I guess maybe they just never fed them hardly. There may be videos, examples on YouTube on how to do it, DD, that you could check out later. I will do that, Al. Thank you so much. Just a suggestion. You got it. Hey, Sheriff said it's not child trafficking. No, it wasn't child trafficking. They are all from the two individuals that I said it earlier. The mom and dad of these kids are Gary Siders Jr. and Christina Siders. The other two that were arrested was Gary Siders Sr. and Elizabeth Siders, and they are the grandparents of Gary Sider Jr. and Christina Siders. So they're the grandparents. But this was not child trafficking. Well said, Pace. Thank you. L, are they the people biological children? That's apparently what I got. They are the parents. I don't know if they're biological, if they're adopted. I just know they said they were the parents. Catco, Didi, some parents do not care. Without a doubt, Catco. Page, L, 1995. Sheriff would not say when asked. Go figure. I mean, he's probably just a loss for words, right? How do you even deal with something like that? You go to serve a search warrant. You go to the door. You hear kids. You get to the door. You go through there. You tear everything down like they were tearing stuff down from the windows. It looked like everything was boarded up. And in that process, you see all these kids. I mean, it's got to blow your mind. I mean, I would have thought at first it was something to do with child trafficking, but No, this were the parents. This is how they did it. They were all over. It said there was a lot of feces everywhere where they were going ahead and moving around, but a lot of them were in a 12 by 12 room. Like, almost like, I mean, who does that? Jim, hello, good to see you. Got straightened out, down, and on live. I'm sorry, man. I'm just trying to figure this out. Oh, wow, how terrible. Hello, Carolina and Jim. Jim says L. Jim Page. It just makes no sense, everybody. It really doesn't. Jim Page, Nina, Consultant DD, heat and storm, gray sky hit London, Ontario. I posted on my YouTube channel. Thank you for letting us know that, Nina. Appreciate you. Chris, Doug, what issues did you have and are you on StreamYard? I am on StreamYard, Chris. I am on StreamYard. This is the link, Chris. This is the link right here. Please, no one else hit that. I'm sending this really for Chris to know what the link is. Media asked all the right questions, but Sheriff said open investigation cannot answer that several times. You know, he probably said that because they're dealing with a lot of kids, right? You're dealing with a lot of kids, and that's probably why. I am on Streamline. I am on StreamYard, Chris. Yes. And yeah, I mean, that's probably why, because there's a lot of underage kids, right? I'm sure they're trying to protect the kids. But I mean, at this point, Jesus, you know, it's crazy. All right. At this stage. There we go, guys.
Hey, I'm here.
God, we got him. We got Chris, everybody. We got Chris.
I'm in the car driving to pick up my daughter. What's going on, everybody?
Hey, everybody. Chris is in the house. All right. I don't know what I did, but hey, we're here.
I'm here.
Okay. So that's what's going on. Catco, sadly, DD, this happens a lot all over the country, without a doubt. Go ahead, Chris.
16 kids, though?
I know. 16 kids in a, for a better lack of words, in a 12 by 12 room. And they said majority of the kids were in the room, so I'm assuming maybe 10 are crammed in a room or God only knows what. Still a lot. Should not happen. You know, it's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. So I didn't dive into this too much because I was having my own technical issues all day. Are they all from them? Is the parents all the same? Okay, yeah. Yes. And I know a lot of them weren't in good condition, right?
A lot of them weren't in good condition, but 2 were life-flighted. 2 were life-flighted out. So I would imagine they were in critical condition. Because you got to remember, the ages were from 1.5 all the way to 18. Catco, sadly, DD, this happens a lot all over the country. L, in a 12 by 12 room for 4 years. Oh, my God. In a 12 by 12 room. My Lord. Jim.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Chris.
Crazy. That's crazy. I can't believe that. 16 kids from the same. That's death penalty for me.
Yeah, I mean, you know, these kids can't fend for themselves. Let's be honest, everybody. We know that, right?
No.
I mean, and here's the thing. Remember I told you my mom had 19?
I'm lying.
19.
Yeah, you had 9, man.
And let me tell you what, no help from the government. But I'm not saying these people shouldn't get help. They should have got help. They should have sought help for their kids. That's ridiculous. It blows my mind. You know, little kids can't defend themselves. Go ahead, Chris.
No, I hope they all, I mean, the ones that were rushed, I hope they survive. I mean, are they looking like they're going to be okay? Or?
Right. No, that's a good question. I have no idea. Paige, Chris, Oops Dog, Paige. Yeah, I'm sure they're probably going to be very large scale investigation, without a doubt. And look, they said they are the parents, but we really don't know if all 16. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah, the things I'm thinking, I hope aren't right. So
yes, absolutely, and I'm with you. I'm thinking the exact same thing. I'm thinking, it is very possible
oh yeah,
that they might not be. It's just, trying to gather all their information, their background, trying to maybe figure out, because they're not from Ohio. They're not from Vinton County, Ohio, everybody. Remember
where
that.
where are they from?
They didn't say where they're from. They just said they're not from Vinton County, Ohio.
Huh.
Yeah, because that's what they said. They didn't even. I don't even have the name of the small town they were in, but maybe they live out in the country. I don't know. I know it's 90 miles south of Columbus. That I
Yeah.
do know.
Yeah,
Hey,
I mean,
go ahead.
definitely a small house.
Without a doubt, Chris. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Well,
So
when we saw it on the screen at the beginning, literally when we saw it at the screen in the beginning, when they showed in the news, when I saw it, it literally went ahead and it was like they were the cops that were serving the warrant, and they didn't say why they were serving a warrant. I mean, you could see them pulling like wood that was covering up the whole windows, for not, for a better lack of words. They were just tearing it down. I'm assuming they went to the door to serve the warrant, and then they heard the kids and thought, "What the hell's going on here?" And then just started.
did they say what the warrant was for?
No, no. And this morning they didn't. They may have said now, but this morning they did not say what it was. So I didn't really, like I said, I got the information as best I could, as quick as I could. But yeah.
Right. Yeah, somebody must have
Paige.
ratted it out.
Well, no doubt. It's definitely had to be somebody that called it in. Somebody must have seen
Good,
something.
good for them.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
without a doubt. Paige says they
And
might
they're
not
probably
know
not
yet
gonna.
if the children
Go ahead,
are
Doug.
okay. They might not know yet if the children are all related or not. That is well said, Paige. Oh, yay. You got it. Great
That's what I'm
job,
saying.
Jim. Hey, Chris. Jim said, hey, Chris. Paige, let me
Hey,
get with this real
everybody.
quick. Chris says, hey, everybody. Yay. You got it. Great job. It sounds like the two youngest defendants are the adult children of the other two older defendants. Yeah, they said the way I read it was that the first two were the parents and the other two were the grandparents, the second two. Yeah, dog had 19 kids, Paige. 19. One more. Oh, take care, Paige. A to Z says, amen. I saw so much being a teacher and teaching at all levels of different school systems, saw things that will forever haunt me. There's resources. This is horrifying, though, without a doubt, Jim. By Paige, can't go. It's sickening. Oh, my grandfather had 18 siblings as well. It was tough, but they made it work, without a doubt. April, respect all streamers in chat and DD. Just a friendly reminder. Thank you, April. Catco, good people to take care of children, no matter what. This is just horrific. Okay, all righty. So, yeah, I mean, could it be something like some of these kids are not their biological kids, and they just kind of like, I don't know. You know what I mean, Chris? Could it be like they just? I hate to say the words because I don't want to put that seed in there, but you know what I mean. What do you think?
What I'm? Well, listen. Let me jump off so I can switch to the computer. I just got back to the house, so I'll jump off and jump in. I'll be right back.
Okay,
right.
Sounds good, buddy.
Thanks. Yep.
Nina,
bye.
consultant, April, Catco, definitely. And if you can't, you find help. Without a doubt, you do everything you possibly can. Those kids, they deserve better than what they were getting. No doubt about it. Hi, Nina. Yes, 1985 says Catco, Marianne. Hi, April. Nina, consultant. Hi, L. Marianne. Hi, Chris. Chris is coming right back, everybody. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Good to have you all here. Guys, I apologize about the chaoticness. I'm just trying to figure out how StreamYard works. So I do apologize. How do people like that live with themselves? Now, I don't know how they live with themselves after that. No doubt about it. Well said, Al. L, hi, Marianne. Marianne. L, hello. Jacqueline, hello. Jacqueline, welcome. L, Jacqueline, hello. Celtic Pat, woohoo, you did it. I don't know how I did it, Celtic Pat, but yeah, I did it. Catco, could be DD. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if some of these kids are not like per se their kids. They just happen to go ahead and like, you know, got the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't want to put anything that's not there. Got to go with what law enforcement is telling us, and they're saying that all those kids belong to the mom and dad, which is the first two, the junior, and then the other two were the grandparents of those kids. Because I highly doubt that those old grandparents had all them kids. Let's be honest. Could be. He said that go Lake Live. Welcome in, Lake Live. It pains me that people like to have kids, and there are those out there that desperately want them and can't have them without a doubt. Well said, Lake. Well said. No doubt about it. Jim, no worries. I can't figure out StreamYard either. So that's there it is. Like, it pains me that people like this have kids, and they have, without a doubt. L, you don't have to apologize, DD. You're learning, and we're learning with you. Thank you so much, Al. Appreciate that. Appreciate all of you for having at least the idea of, hey, he's trying to get it. StreamYard, you need a mic to join. Yes. I did not know that. I do have one, but I did not know that. No doubt about it. So let's see. Amen, says L. April. Groundsky, we are all learning together. Thank you guys for the understanding. It really means a lot to me. I appreciate you guys. Lake, hi, 1985. Bibles in the house, driving and listening. Thank you, red, white, and blue. So that's so far is what I have. Now let me go on a little bit here. So the children were living in extremely unsanitary conditions. Investigators believe many of the children spent most of their time in a room measuring a 12 by 12. Several children appeared severely neglected, with some unable to communicate normally. I mean, did these kids even go to school, right? Did they even attend school? An 18-year-old found at the home is developmentally disabled. So there's an 18-year-old who's developmentally disabled and reportedly could not write her own name. Now, these are what they're talking about. This is just ridiculous, folks. This is. I hope they throw the book at these people. No doubt about it. I'm just saying. It just blows my mind. It just blows my mind. Unbelievable. Now, medical conditions of the children. 7 children were transported to the hospitals. Okay, 7 children. 2 children were flown by medical helicopters to trauma centers. Okay, so you know they had to be in critical condition. 7 were transported to the hospital. That's 9 total so far. Officials said 1 child was initially reported in critical condition. All 16 children are now in protective care while receiving medical evaluations and treatments. How does this shit happen, everybody? How does it happen? Hello, Bible. Be safe driving late. Those responsible don't even deserve an 8x8 cell, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Well said, late. They deserve to have the same treatment that those poor kids suffered, without a doubt. Well said. Bible with the heart. This is beyond sad. I don't have words for it. Click that like, everybody. Click that like. Send them hearts. Let's get it. Let's get that algorithm going. Authorities say that the adults are the children's parents. The adults are the children's parents and grandparents. So the adult, whoever were the adults in there, because they said from 1.5 to 18 years old. So the adults are the children's parents. and the grown up and the parents and grandparents. So the last two that I told you were the grandparents. Each has been charged with multiple felony child endangerment offenses. At their initial court appearance, all four pleaded not guilty. Now, how in the hell do you plead not guilty? But they pleaded not guilty, and bond was set at $300,000 each. So do the math: 10%, 10% of 300,000, 3,000 each one. I mean, if they couldn't afford food to buy for the kids, they sure as hell ain't going to have money to go ahead and get, bonded out, without a doubt. What do y'all think so far? Unbelievable, DD, says Nina. This is beyond, I don't have the words. I do not have the words. Late, damn, I feel my blood pressure going up. April, can a mod post DD email because I deleted it? Yes, go ahead. If you can a mod please post the email, everybody. Do me a favor for April. Setting up my damn new laptop. Got you. No problem. Marianne, this is sad. There's the email right there, April. Thank you, L. Jim,
I'm in the show?
I got you. You're in the show.
I'm in the show.
Chris. Chris is in the show now.
All right, so I have another surprise.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, it's I'm going to show you.
Okay.
I made us a new something or other.
All right. Make it happen.
Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. I can't. No, maybe. You keep going.
Okay.
If I get it, I'll let you know.
Okay. Marianne, hi, Lake Fire, Lake Light. Thank you, Al. No problem, April Growski. They should serve the same time or more than all those children were neglected. Without a doubt, Growski. Nina, hello, Chris. Nina says hello, Chris. Oh my Lord! See, this is the thing with me, man. I like to read everybody's stuff, so that way they can, everybody's opinion matters, and that's what's kind of a little difficult. But you know what?
Look,
okay, guys,
I made us a new
background. That's the background we need to put up. That's an awesome background right there. I like that. That's it, brother.
That's it.
So tell me what you're thinking about this so far. You didn't catch the last little bit that I said, but.
No, and unfortunately, I haven't. Hello, everybody. Let me say hi, everybody. Hey. I really haven't got into this, so I'm gonna do some reading while you talk, and you do your normal thing. You just read all the chats. This is your show. I'm just here to bring you the background, and I'll chime in if I need to. But
you come in, read.
Yeah, you just do your thing.
Come in anytime. Just pop in and tell me, hey. Hey, dog got something, just like you would normally do on your channel.
Yep, and I'm just going to read away and see what we got.
Sounds good. Jim, hello, Chris. Jim says, hello, Marianne. I would have posted it, but I have had to go to email to get it. No worries, Marianne. Bridget, bless the kids' hearts. Abuse and neglect on the highest level, without a doubt. Now, I'll tell you, everybody, in law enforcement, I have taken cases like this. Not this many kids, but I have done these, for a better lack of words, done these, I guess it's just, we would call them welfare checks, and we're just knocking, making sure everybody's okay or whatever. We get a call maybe from somebody saying that, the kids are crying all the time or, this, that, or the other. And it's really heartbreaking when you go and you have to deal with these cases because, my God, I mean, these are kids that can't take care of themselves. I've done that with that. I've done that with child abuse cases. It's a rough situation. And here's the thing. A lot of times when you go as an officer, most of the time you're taking somebody from DHS. They're going to be with you. And they're going to be actually the ones that are doing most of the talk. You're just there to kind of see, witness, and give them that protection, Bridget, bless those kids' heart. Abuse and neglect on the highest level. Tegan, Chris has a lovely voice. You got a lovely voice, Chris. Tegan says you got a lovely voice. I know you can hear me. Bridget, bless the kids' heart. Abuse and neglect on the highest level, without a doubt. Without a doubt. All right, everybody, give me a second.
Sorry, I was talking on my channel and muted. I'm all messed up over here, but thank you.
Good. You're good, brother.
I hate my voice. You can have it.
Hey, they love it. They love your voice. Tegan
I don't know why.
It.
I'm not sure why, but thank you.
You got it, buddy. L shouldn't have been a bond at all, in my opinion. Well said, L. Nina, happy Canada Day, Canadians. Lake says, if I were a judge, I would have taken everything in me not to beat the hell out of them with the gavel. It was quite interesting because I caught a little bit on TV here just a little bit ago. I caught a little bit about when they were going through their sentencing, and it was like, what? Like, it was, yeah. Like I said, I hate to say this, but once you see the individuals, you can see how it all fits together. Like, it makes sense that these people would do something like this. I'm just saying. It's just the way I see it. Oh, hi, Tegan, Bridget, Chris. Welcome back, Chris. Okay, Chris, let's start talking. Let's start talking, everybody. What's going on with you, Chris?
I'm having a Pop-Tart.
You're having a Pop-Tart? Oh, my Lord. Chris says hello. You do not like me, Gina. Marianne, awesome background. Love that background, Chris did.
Me too.
Awesome.
I'll send it to you after.
Absolutely, you need to, man, because I do copy those pictures and put them in my little portfolio so I can use them as well.
I have like 300 of them now. That's all I've been doing is making them one after the other, and I don't like it, and then I get rid of it. And go ahead. Did you play the press conference for the kids?
I watched a little bit on the screen on the TV. I watched some of it, but yeah, it was during the time when I was trying to figure everything out that was going on. And
so I just saw 16 children rescued from deplorable conditions. 4 adults arrested. 4 adults.
Oh, are these the girls? The ladies?
I'm going to get into it, but yeah, I thought it was 2, but
I thought it was 3 ladies.
Investigators executed a search warrant Tuesday morning at a home in Hamden, Ohio. They're in Hamden, Ohio. 16 children.
Yeah.
Ranging in age from 1.5 to 18 years old. Officials describe conditions, blah, 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 blah. I want to get to who was arrested. This is pure evil. What we saw down here today, said Wilson, blah, blah, blah. Okay. 4 adults. Gary Siders, I think that's how they say it. Gary Siders Jr., so his son. Gary Siders Sr., Elizabeth and Christina Siders. So everybody over the age of 18 was arrested. We're taking into custody. They are being charged with 17 counts of child endangerment. Wait a minute.
Yeah, no, it's 17 counts. I heard the judge say that.
1 for each of the children found, and 1 additional because it involves serious physical harm. So there's the 17th. So charge. So eventually, what? William H. said the charges will eventually be dropped to 16 counts. Whatever. Yeah. But yeah, so they're charging the 2 adult kids too.
Yeah. Well,
wow.
the adult kids, the Gary Siders Jr. is the father, and Christina Siders is the mother. The Gary Siders Sr. is the grandfather, and Elizabeth Sider is the grandmother. So the parents are Gary Sider Jr. and from what I'm getting, and Christina Siders, they're the mom and dad. It's just that they have their grandparents there with them as well. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking, my head went right to the worst. I was thinking mother and father, and then their 2 oldest kids had kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Got you. Well, yeah, true.
Well, hopefully that's not.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, well, then, there is one that's, for better lack of words, has what they say earlier when I read it to you guys. They had one of them was a mental disabled 18-year-old.
Oh,
Yeah, there was an 18-year-old right here. An 18-year-old found at the home is developmentally disabled and reportedly could not write her own name.
wow.
She was 18.
Hmm.
So the officials said that they do not, everybody, they do not appear to be a human trafficking case. It appears to involve one extended family. The investigation is continuing, and additional charges are possible as investigation gathers more evidence and interviews the children. Yeah,
And
no doubt. And we got it right at the beginning, right at the get go.
yeah, and it looks like, because it says in this article here, it says
Mhm.
Vinton County Sheriff Ryan Kane to offer help. Blah 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 blah. The director of Ohio Department of Children and Youth, Kara Went,
Right.
has been working to assist Vinton County and will continue to help in the days ahead. So they must have known this prior, and that's why she was helping them. So she's probably the one that pulled the warrant, and that's what they make it sound like. They've been working on this for a few days.
Right. Right.
So that's, I
Well,
mean,
like I said, the only thing they haven't said yet, everybody, is the fact of what was the reason they were serving the warrant. Not that not that I really like it really matters when it comes to these kids.
well,
It's,
you're
it's important
curious.
for the kids, but just knowing like what drove them to the attention of serving the warrant, and then that had to be a shocker. I could tell you right now that if I was working and I had to go there, and I went there, and I heard this, and we did this. If I was there during this time, I could tell you this would be a shocker like no shocker. I mean, this is a gut punch, man, for any parent out there to see what other people go through. You know,
And this leads to a good point, though. Imagine, and this is what people. I mean, I know people think about it and they know about it, but imagine being the officers that went in. Imagine all these officers that go into these type of scenes, and you know what? They relive that every day of their life with when they find a dead body,
absolutely.
when they find anything bad. And I don't use this as an excuse, but I'm sure this plays into why some of the cops end up going rogue. You know what I mean? They
Oh,
end up,
absolutely,
it just
absolutely.
they end up taking their own lives, or they end up taking the lives of other people because they've now completely lost it.
You can't get that memory out of your head when you walk into a situation like that. It's very hard to get it out of your head. I mean, I can tell you, and I told my chat before, I've had a 15-year-old literally die in my arms, giving her mouth to mouth, and I know literally this was young in my career, and I know the idea that I got her breathing again. They meta-flighted her to Wichita, Kansas, and at that point, they we got a call. Our dispatch got a call saying they had got her back again. So she's not okay, but she was definitely, because she had been out cold for a while. So there's a lot
Uh,
of brain issues
yeah.
there.
Yep.
And but I was able to get her, and then make no mistake, it was very difficult. I had to go into the Chickasaw River. I had to go in there. I didn't really know how to swim that well, but everybody's looking at you like you got to do something because you're the
Right.
police.
Yeah.
You can't just sit there and watch. So I go in there, I grab her, I drag her out, put her to the embankment as best I could because I couldn't get her out because it was too steep and there was too much mud.
Hmm.
So you do the best you can, but the moral of the story is I can't get that vision out of
No.
my head. I can't
No.
get that out of my head. I mean, that's stuff that you take to the grave with you at some point,
Hmm.
and so yeah, I mean, any officer that sees this kind of lunacy, craziness of what parents could allow their kids to live in and be raised in. It just blows my mind without a doubt.
And
If
that,
anybody, go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Hey, everybody in the chat, just so you know, if you got a question or anything, I'll see it. I'm going to pop it in. Like I have Lake right now, Lake Life in there. She said, awesome background. I'm going to just go down the line and be putting them in there so we can also see and read that as well. We don't have to necessarily read it, but we'll see it, and you guys will know that you're being heard, just to give you that heads up. Go ahead, Chris.
Let me see. And even like this case is horrible, but as we know right now, nobody passed away. Nobody was unalive.
That is correct.
Which is a good thing.
Yes.
But imagine, I don't want to stray off anyway. We're going to go right back to it. But imagine walking in and finding them all unalived. Imagine what, these officers, and yourself, have to go through after. That's why I think, when there's a officer involved shooting, if you had to use your gun and you had to, unalive somebody, some of these officers can't handle that. You know what I mean? I think it should be mandatory after a situation like this 16 children or after the shooting, whatever it is, there should be mandatory, therapy. You know what I mean? Go to see somebody immediately. You don't have a choice.
Right. Well, when there is a shooting, they obviously take your weapon. They put you on paid leave.
Yep.
And they do send you to, and this is most departments. I know ours was like that, where you would send the officer so that he can, see a psychiatrist, make sure everything's good to go. As long as they give you that good bill of health, it may take a week, and then they bring you back and then slowly integrate you back into the system.
Yeah.
But it has to be done because the thing, and I always tell everybody, small departments and big departments, they see the same thing. The only difference is big departments like New York and LA and all them, they see a lot more of it. They see more of it. It's not that they see anything different. They just see more of it. And so that's a lot of trauma, man. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy. Bible says the caretakers have a lot of screws missing. Without a doubt, Bible, well said. DCFS doesn't do their damn job. No doubt about it, Lake. A lot of them don't, no doubt. L says you have a radio voice. My gosh. I love that voice, my brother.
Well, we try. I'm gonna have to change it. I'm gonna have to change it up. Well, I'm not even gonna say it because then somebody will say it. So I'm trying to. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to fix them. I'm streaming this to my channel, and they can't hear me over there. So I'm trying to fix it. So I'm just right here, but so you can keep going.
L says these kids didn't choose for this to happen. They are innocent. I cannot stand when innocent people are taken advantage of or hurt. Most despicable thing. Without a doubt. Well said, L. AJ, Chris, we can't hear you on your channel. They're telling us they can't hear you, Chris. Fix it.
I'm fixing. Trying anyway.
I see it. When you talk, I see it. Like I hear you perfectly. But yeah. Lake says, my stepson was beat with a metal clothes hanger by his mom, and they didn't do anything to her. Wow. Yeah, that had to be, no doubt that had to be hard. Like, no doubt. Annie says, hi, Chris. Bridget, we need to pass a law that allows children like this to go straight to homes of couples who can't physically have children and can't afford adoption fees. Waive the adoption fees, without a doubt. I mean, there's a lot of kids out there that would fit this perfectly. No doubt about it. Patriot Pride official, what's up, guys? Hey. Stopping in to say some love. Thank you so much, Patriot Pride. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you.
Hello, Patriot. Adam, how are you?
There you go. Chris is in the house. Patriot Pride. Thank you much, buddy. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you, Adam.
Infuriating. Lake's Lake Life says, I'm sorry he endured that. Patriot Pride, hey, says Lake. You got a shout out there, Patriot Pride, Lake. L says, Patriot Pride, hey there. Thank you for stopping in, says L. Patriot Pride. AJ, Chris, no sound on your channel. We can't hear you.
Still nothing?
Still nothing yet.
All right. I don't know anymore.
April, Patriot Pride, good to have you here. Welcome in. You're always welcome here, Patriot Pride. No doubt about it, my friend. Marianne at Patriot Pride, hello. Lake, his mom wouldn't come out her house when I showed up. No doubt about it. I can only imagine. Glenna is back. This is a horrible case. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Patriot Pride, everyone says hi, everyone. There you go, everybody. There you go. Al says, Glenna, hello. Marianne says, hi, Glenna. Tegan, AJ is trying to let you know that there is no sound. Yeah, Chris knows that. He's trying to get it going, Tegan. He's trying to fix it right now. He is working on it.
I am. I'm not having any luck, but
how old are the mom and dad to have? They have 18. They have 18. I had 19, but they have 18.
19. I still can't believe that.
That's a fact, brother.
That's a lot, man. And you're the youngest.
This is it. Oh, wait, I can't show you guys. This is her, my mom and my dad. Both passed away in heaven with Jesus.
Nice. I like the frame, though. That beautiful picture. Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. Very proud of my mom and dad. No doubt about it. They did well. No doubt.
For that, yeah. For 19 kids.
and a lot of us went to the military, so it wasn't like, a lot of us went to the military. Several of us,
really?
6 of us. Yeah, there was quite a few. I should say 6. It was actually there was 5 of us that went to the military. 2 in the Marine Corps, 3 in the Army.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Can you guys hear me now? Sorry to interrupt you, though.
No, you're good. Good. Go for it.
It should be.
Can you guys hear him at all? Can you guys hear him? AJ, can you guys hear him?
I have no idea anymore. If not, then that's it. They're gonna have to come over to you because I don't know what the problem is. So.
Glenna says we have work cases like that as well, and they are sad and so wrong, without a doubt. Well
Thank
said,
you.
Glenna.
Perfect. Yeah. I wouldn't want to work any of that. I would not want to do anything that you've probably done. Now, let me ask you a question. If you don't want to answer, that's
fine.
Ahead.
No, go ahead.
Did you ever have to pull your gun?
Yes, absolutely. Many times, just never had to use it to discharge it. But pulling it, quite a few times.
Nice. Well,
and you always hear the theory that, don't pull it unless you're going to have to use it. But there's a lot of times when you think you're going to have to use it, so
right?
You pull it, and then it gets kind of dicey, and then but the gift of God, I never had to discharge it, no doubt about it. Now in the military, that's a whole different ballgame. That was a whole different animal. But here in law enforcement, I pulled it out many times. Times.
That's what it's there for to.
Well, at some point, you've got to be able to get control of the situation because you're responsible to make sure everything, everybody is safe, and it's been very interesting. I'll just leave it at that.
Nowadays, I'm not sure they even put the guns in their holsters anymore.
They probably just walk around with it in their hand. Yeah, right.
It's not a laughing matter, but Jesus.
No, it's not.
It's
but
bad.
But here's the thing: if you can't, and this is so true. If you can't joke around every now and then about those things, my God, everything becomes so serious. Every moment of your life. It's like, God, it's like at some point you're going to have enough,
Right, because you can't take it all, and
you can't take it all.
That's how I feel about another case that we're handling that we spoke about earlier, but that's how I feel with that. Like, it got to the end and she couldn't handle it no more, and that's the way out. So
L says, "Oh, AJ, I wish I had another way to get up with DD to tell him ATM, LOL." Like all the neighbors said they never knew any kids lived there. The house seemed boarded up really, really well, like, and everybody. The house seemed when I seen it this morning, it seemed like the windows were boarded up. And I wonder because they're not from Vinton County. I
no.
wonder if they were squatters. I don't know if they were or not, but I wonder because they had everything boarded up. I mean, you hear about that all the time. I mean, I'm not saying that's what they were, but I'm the parents and whatnot. I'm just saying it's a possibility because hell, I just heard a case where here somewhere around here in Ohio there was some squatters that were trying to go ahead and move in houses that were vacant.
Yep.
And they had to go ahead and send the cops and get them all out and et cetera, et cetera. So it does happen, no doubt about it.
Oh, big time, all the time. You'd be surprised at how many squatters there are around everywhere. It's not just
No doubt,
it's everywhere. I'm trying to find out some more information on them, but it's really hush hush right now because
go ahead.
No, because there's not a whole lot of new information. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's the only kind of downfall is, with some of these cases. But you got to cover them from the get go because no one else is covering them.
No
one else is saying it. I mean, you hear it on the news and everything, and because they're 16, you're going to hear the noise. You're going to hear people talk about it because there's a lot of. It's not normal. But in reality, a lot of these cases, man, you hear it and then it goes by the wayside. So
yeah, that's why we're here now.
Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt.
So
Lake Fire says, so sounds like that literally never left the house. Yeah, pretty much. That's what it sounds like to me, no doubt about it.
Sure.
L says, I don't know where the B came from. Bridget says, I would be crying and angry all the same time if I had to look at that, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Let's go ahead and put everybody up here every so often. Glenda says, absolutely, they do. Those are memories we don't forget on cases for years. Without a doubt, Glenda, no doubt about it. Agree 110%. So what else, Chris? What I mean, do you think there's anything else that you see that's kind of newsworthy as far as in this case?
The ABC News has a video that they were in court today. The four.
Did what? Oh, when the four came in, yes.
Yeah, the four that were arrested went in front of the judge today. So, but there's nothing. Like I said, there's nothing else. I'm just trying to see if. Oh, everybody's got to talk. I want to hear it. I'm just trying to see a picture of the. Oh wow, of the house. Oh yeah, I don't know if they were squatters. I'm thinking with the amount of trash that's outside and all the stuff around the house, I just think they were filthy, rotten, dirty animal parents that didn't care if their kids lived or not, and they never stopped having kids.
Yeah. That's true.
But there's really, again, there's nothing. Oh my God. Did you see the picture of them four?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man!
I was gonna put it on my thing, and I was just trying to get it working. That's why I told everybody in the chat. Go look at it, Google it. You'll understand why.
Holy crap! So let me tell you. Let me see if.
Go ahead and start to put it up there.
Hold on 1 second. I might be able to make it easier for you.
Okay.
Try this. Okay, I just put something in one of the screens. You see it? Yeah, now you just add that to the stage. Okay. That's it.
So here's everybody. Here's what Chris just put up here, okay? So there it is.
Oh
so
my God.
Look
now
at that.
You see, that's wow.
This is the dad. This is the mom. this is the grandfather, this is the grandmother.
Wow.
Because I guarantee you they didn't have all those kids.
I'm beside myself with that.
But you see what I'm saying? You can look at the picture, everybody, and you can see there's a lot of like, I just hate to say it, but you can see why you have this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to say, it's just a fact.
My God!
And you know, when I heard Junior and Senior didn't seem like he could talk at all. Junior had a very hard time answering the judge when she was asking him questions. It is like, it's nuts. I mean, it was like he could barely like get a few words out.
That's a T-gun. That's perfect. Yikes. Looks like a poster for the Day of the Dead.
No doubt.
That's a great one. I mean, this is just wow. I mean, even the Elizabeth. Look at her. Red eyes.
Yeah.
Just.
You know, that's you
wow.
know, it's man. It's just crazy when you see all this.
And then you can see them in jail, sitting on the wall in their orange. See them next to him.
Yep.
And that's the house. I mean, look at the house.
Put a picture of the house if you can. I'll delete this one. Remove it.
Hold on, we gotta
go ahead. Do it again.
Hold on, we'll play it. Yeah, that's the house.
Okay, here we go, everybody. We're gonna play it here for you.
16 kids in that little house right there.
Look at that little house. It looks like a 1-bedroom. If you're lucky.
Let's play a little bit of it.
Here you go. We're gonna play it, everybody.
Oh, she's weird looking. Got weird eyes.
Chris, there's no sound.
No sound at all?
None.
I don't know. No clue. I don't know. I'm not sure why. But let me.
Is there like a little sound button on that audio, or like you know how on the button sometimes when you tap something on the top, you see like the sound? Yeah, there you go, right there.
No, there's nothing. Everything's up. The volumes are all up and everything. So, not sure. But we can stop it if it's that. I just wanted to see a picture of the house.
So see, that's the house, everybody. Everybody's crammed up, and you know why they're probably in that room? Probably because that's the only thing there is 1 bedroom.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. That's crazy. Like,
without a doubt.
I just pulled it off because it's not
no,
even.
That's fine.
I wasn't expecting the 4 to look like that. Not at all, but that's crazy.
Lake says the sad thing is they will probably all be split up into different foster homes. Yeah. Yeah,
no,
I mean that.
No doubt.
Yeah, I mean there's no one going to be able to take 16. I would think, you know. But yeah, you're right. Well said, Lake.
Well, seeing as how the son and the so wait a minute, it gotta be what we were thinking then,
right?
The brother and sister.
Yeah,
it's gotta be. It ain't the mother and the father. Oh man, it's even worse.
That's probably why you had some well that they know of at this point. It could be many more that have more mental issues, if you will.
Ooh. And all the kids are going to be messed up. You know, they're all going to be
one way, shape, or form. No doubt. Well said.
Unbelievable. That's sad, man. That's really sad.
Glenna says, "Thank you, Didi. You're always on it. Love your consistency on the facts. I just try to find it, but here lately I've been getting some good help from Chris. No doubt about it. Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate you.
It's what we're here for. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else, but like I said, there's just nothing. And the court date today was just hey, you guys are going to jail forever.
Well, they pleaded no guilty, so I don't know how that's going to fly. I don't know how you plead not guilty.
To that.
Patrick Pride says, hi, Jim. Jim, he just got a shout out from Patrick Pride.
That's crazy. Unbelievable. I don't know if all the kids belong to them, but I'm gonna go on a limb right here, and I'm gonna say they do.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing at the situation.
No, absolutely
blows
not.
my mind, but I'm gonna
Absolutely.
say all the kids are related. That's what I'm gonna say. I mean, what else would it be? Unless they're kidnappers, which I highly doubt it. But wow,
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. Without saying that,
that's
yeah, you're right.
that's a bad thing, man.
Glenna says, may they rest in peace, my friend. You got it, Glenna. Thank you so much. Great picture of your parents, Didi. They did well indeed. Thank you so much, Al. Very proud of my mama, no doubt about it. Annie,
I'll be
bless your
right back,
parents.
guys.
You got it. Glenna, Annie, seriously. Glenna, yes. Everybody, Granny, Al, hello. Hello, very opinionated. Welcome in. Lake, have a good evening, everyone. I've got to take my grandson home. He is tired of Granny giving him bottles all day. He wants mommy's milk. You got it. You got it. Well said. Thank you, Lake. Lake Fire, have a great evening as well. Jim, Lake Fire, bye for now. Thank you, Lake, for stopping by. Appreciate you. You're always welcome in the home. Marianne, bye, Lake Life. Lake Life, thanks, 1985. Glenna, Lake, have a wonderful evening. Lake, bye, Jim. AZ, AZ says, so of the 16 kids, who's our grandma and who are grandpa? Who are JR and moms? She would have had to be pregnant 15 years straight, and she looks young. I agree. And how many are grandpas and young moms? This seems, well, that's exactly what Chris was saying earlier, AZ. That's exactly the point Chris was making. They are definitely related, without a doubt. Glenna, bye. Good to have you, Glenna. Thank you. AZ Sunshine, that was on my mind. Hate to think it was that case, but yeah, that's what it looks like. Glenna, Didi got to tap out, long day, and my multiple sclerosis is horrible today with the humidity. I get it, Glenna, I get it. And heat in Indiana, love and peace to all. Time to rest the bones. You got it, Glenna. Stop by anytime you like, my friend. Appreciate you. I hope you feel better, Glenna. Bye, Glenna, says Marianne. Glenna, thank you. Annie, Glenna, hope you feel better. Glenna, all love and prayers. Sorry, MS Numb. Glenna, Tegan, yikes, like a poster of the Day of the Unalive. Annie, look terrible. Drugs, drunks. I don't know if I should say what I'm thinking. It's probably what everybody else is thinking, without a doubt, L. Glenna, the family tree seems to have 0 branches. Spooky now. I really gotta go. Well said, Glenna. Tegan, some people really shouldn't breed in the same breeding family, without a doubt. Bridget, they look mentally off. That's what happens. Breed within the breed, you know? That's just for a better lack of words. Glenna, right T. It reminds me a little of the Whitakers. I remember the Whitakers. There, I said it. The Whitakers. Glenna L. Tegan, it's a glorified shed scratch that privy poor kids, no doubt about it. Bridget, it's no longer than one room shack. Something you probably see on a frozen lake, you know, where they're doing fishing inside. You know what I mean? It's that tiny. So terrible, Tegan. I've seen bigger U-Hauls. Oh, wow. Annie, it's a shame. Glenna, my God, if I weren't ill, I would take the help with any of those kids. Well said, Glenna. Thank you. Bible says mental illness on steroids. Glenna, it's gross. Any no steroids there looks like meth. That's what I would say. Meth is probably right on the money. Hell, like I said, reminds me of the Whitakers. Hell, tragic situation. Tegan, 1985. Bridget, the grandfather has Marty Feldman eyes. Anyone remember Igor of Frankenstein? April, has anyone heard where the original came from? No, they haven't said where they originally came from that I'm aware of. Not yet, anyway. But we'll be able to figure that out here shortly in the coming days. They did just, all they said was that they were not from Vinton County, Ohio. So maybe they're in a different part of Ohio, or maybe they're up in Kentucky or the hills of West Virginia. It's very possible. Very, very possible. Hell, I haven't. April, Tegan, Bridget, I can't unsee it now. Bridget, Tegan, no real Jim. Jim says in, I'm mod for Adam and Patrick Pride. Awesome, Jim. Awesome. Hell, that's awesome, Jim. Love his channel. April, Jim, thanks for supporting DD2. Appreciate you, Jim. Marianne, I enjoy Patrick Pride. Holly Atkins is in the house, everybody. 1985. Hey, girl. Good to have you, Holly. Good to have you. Click that like, everybody. Let's click that like. There is his handle, Patrick Pride's handle. If you're not subscribed, you might want to subscribe to him because he is a good individual. Does a good job. Holly Atkins. April. Maybe Adam can join us in a live in the future. Absolutely. I have no problem with anybody. I just want everybody on the channel to be happy with the fact that we do these type of lives with other streamers. You know, I want everybody to be content with that. In case you haven't subscribed to Patriot Pride yet, hey, Holly, good to see you. Bridget, the grandma was probably a child bride, probably young when she had her first child, without a doubt. Very possible. 1985. Hey, you too, says Holly.
Hey, what do you think about Alex?
What about him?
Oh, his charges were dropped.
Oh, I thought they would drop everybody's charges, in all honesty.
We only got one left to go.
And who's that? Anita?
Juice.
Juanita?
Juice. Oh, well, and Juanita. Yeah, sorry, Juanita. I keep forgetting about her.
Here's the thing. They know they did, let's get on that topic. Alex charges, everybody, if you didn't know, they were all dropped. Alex's charges. But yeah, I figured they would be, because the idea that they know they're going to be in, if they elect to go ahead and file some civil rights violations, they're going to be in a world of hurt, and they know that. That's why they had to do that. But the problem on their end as well is that by doing this, they almost give it away that, yeah, we know we made a mistake, that type of thing. So if I'm them, I'm not letting this go. I'm filing charges. I am filing civil rights violations. I am getting my attorneys. Hell, if you have to do it individually, do it individually. But if you've got to do it in a class action, I'm telling you, I really suspected that they would drop all the charges. I was a little hesitant with Alex's because of the felonies.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do know that those felonies stem from an illegal arrest. So,
right.
It's like you can't charge somebody for something, and dismiss one and not dismiss the other, when in reality, the only reason you got the other is because it was done, you violated their rights,
Right. And I said from the beginning, I said, if they drop the public nuisance thing, then they need to drop the, resisting arrest, because he was only resisting because he was getting, taken for no reason. So obviously they did. But what they did and what they were saying is, yeah, the charges are dropped, but he was explaining it. They have 7 years that they can refile charges against them all.
Yes. Well,
that's what he was told.
That he could. Yeah. Now say that one more time. I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
He said that the attorneys, the court, they have a 7-year window where they can still press charges against them for everything that was dropped for some odd reason.
They're not going to be. That's just
no way.
That's just kind of one of those things like, we can always come back after you.
Go for it.
Yeah. You mean like when we go after you?
Mm-hmm.
When we go after you, then you. Yeah, no, that's a bunch of BS in all honesty. Because if they would have done it, if they had the ability to do that, they would have already done it. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have dropped anything. They would have made that into an example for everyone to see. But the problem is they violated their rights, and yeah, I couldn't see none of these sticking, to be honest. But like I said, Alex was the felony, but it was also got in an irregular way where it was done illegally. So therefore, it's like that fruit of the poisonous tree, right? You can't get something from something bad. So
what else was funny is he kept calling and he kept checking. And I think this is why he had a little suspicion that it was going to happen, because nothing ever got filed with the court for him.
Right.
So they couldn't find anything, and he was like, what the hell's going on? They were talking about it last night a little bit where he couldn't find anything filed, and then, hey, congratulations today. And it was kind of cool because he must have reached out to JLR because JLR had him on the show just for a few minutes.
Sure.
And he waited till he was on the show with JLR to tell his daughters that the charges were dropped. So he did it on live with his daughters, and they were all hugging him and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Awesome.
But you know what I'm waiting for now?
Tell me.
I want to hear what everybody else has to say about the goddamn charges. You know what I mean? Because everybody out there bad-mouthing.
Oh, yeah.
Just my...
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying?
No big deal to me. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I mean, just, you know what? Go kiss it, man.
Yeah.
Because that's all they've been living on is, oh, well, look at the charge. Now there's none. So
you know what I heard today? I was listening to a streamer, a podcaster, and I'm not going to really mention who, but I was just catching it because I had to do some mowing in this hot heat, and so
crazy.
I know, but I had to. So I was listening to this, and somebody actually said, one of the people that are normally on that channel said, they were talking about how like who could have done this thing with Nancy, right? And they're talking about who could have been the perp. And they're going down that rabbit hole, and then they go, one person said, I think, it very well could be somebody who's benefiting from it. And they go, well, who's benefiting from it? And the person goes, well,
I know.
The person says, well, it's TMZ, right? And then they go, the other person says, no, that's not who I was thinking of. And he goes, well, who are you thinking of? And he says, the streamers, one of the streamers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? You know who it is? So I was like, are you kidding me? Like that is so, I mean, could it be? Of course, you always have the probability, but come on, dude. Like, really? Like, it's not like you tried already to get streamers gone, and now you have somebody actually throwing that idea that, well, it could be a streamer that wants to make money on this,
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy.
But you know what's funny? But I don't get involved with it, but they complain, well, look at all the money he's making, and that's what he's there for. What are you guys doing on your channels? Are you making money, or are you doing it for free?
Right.
You're making money. You're not making as much money as him because you're not there, boots on the ground, humping around in 100-degree weather and doing what he does.
Right.
Or what they do. But I will say, I know exactly who you're talking about. And the first one that came out a long time ago was that one.
Right.
They said was probably behind 2 of the notes.
Wow.
And I'm like, you better tread lightly.
Right,
you better slow your roll and tread a little
Yeah.
lightly before, you say the wrong thing.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Crazy.
L says, I think it's interesting that the felony was dropped before misdemeanor. That will happen soon enough. Some with Juice. Same with Juice, without a doubt. April says, all dropped, but the first one he has to go to court for he said for I'm assuming this is for what he said on Facebook. Page. L, yeah, because they weren't dropped without prejudice. JLR raising 10,000 each streamer help Nano knew. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Nano's new. He's in a bind, everybody. No, I'm telling you right now, if the streamers, if I mean, I would definitely go ahead and pursue this because it's going to set an example for all the people who are in law enforcement who want to take this type of go down this type of road with streamers. You know, they're going to have to think twice because do they want to put their department or their county in a bind? You know, and I think they should. I think they should go ahead and say, hey, we're going to file a class action, or we're going to file this individually. However they want to do it, the point just needs to be made, because once you make that point, then people down the road, and even in other cities and other states, they're going to think twice about that too. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
everybody
how it
has
works.
to look at that. You got to all look at what happened.
Yeah, Elle says, what a ridiculous suggestion. I can only imagine who said that, right? Marianne, he stated on Facebook that June 11th were dropped, but the other one wasn't. Double Dog, yes, please. Elle, yeah, so Alex doesn't need to go to court tomorrow now, says Elle. Paige, I posted a video after I got out of the timeout. Okay, thanks, dog. No, we're just trying to, just having that conversation. The civil lawsuits are to come, in my opinion. Look, I'll just tell you straight out, they would be crazy not to. I'll just say it. They'll be crazy not to.
And in my opinion,
they
should too. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't think it's going to take long either.
It may not
when I say long, I'm talking, I think it would happen within a year, just because maybe even sooner, because you think they want all that publicity after this?
Right.
No way. And you know what? And I don't know if it was with you yesterday. I think it was. I want the apology.
Right.
I want them all at the press conference. Sorry to the streamers. I want everybody to say it one after the other. Suck it up. And just make it happen. I want to see him stand in front of the cameras, in front of that microphone, and say, you know what? I have to sit here and apologize for what. I don't even want to hear him say we. I want to hear him say, I want to apologize for what I had done to them, because you are the one that had it done. You know what? And then after that group of people gets off the stage, bring up all the damn neighbors too.
Right.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like, come on now.
Well, I mean, it's no secret. I mean, SC has been one of the major contributors to what happened because of her conduct, I guess is the best way to put it. But that should be one person that. Why didn't they do anything with her when she admitted everything that she had done, and they had it on video? So. Yeah, it just makes no sense. L says needs the attention it deserves. Banana needs an awakening, without a doubt.
He's getting it right now.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yes.
Oh yeah.
The apology will never happen. Yeah.
No.
Tell you what, money speaks though. I tell you what, you file these charges. I guarantee you, if push comes to shove, if it's about money and the charges or something like that, I guarantee you he'd have to eat his pride, or he'd have to step down, because the county would definitely look for him to remove him. You know what I mean?
He's not gonna be able to step down, dog, because he's gonna already be gone before that.
Yeah, that's very possibility.
After this,
this
is what they needed.
Yes,
they needed this.
That is a
He did
fact.
something illegal. Now that's a crime, so he can go now. But
Without a
I'm
doubt.
sure that won't happen anytime soon. But it's a crime with what he did, and that's why they didn't prosecute because they know they were wrong.
So here, I'm going to read this part here. This is on the case of the kids of 16, okay? You got to read between the lines here. Authorities have not released the names of the 16 children, which is standard practice to protect the identities of minors. Same thing we said earlier. Vulnerable victims. Investigators have also said this appears to be a intra-family abuse and neglect case, not a human trafficking case. So that now go back to that intra-family abuse. That's what a lot of you have been saying. You understand what I'm saying? That's what a lot of you have been saying. Intra-family abuse. We're not talking about just physical here. We're not talking about just physical. It's just not normal to do some of the things that we know can cause many health problems to individuals. I think that's what they're leading into because then they say, and neglect case. You know, you follow me? I mean, just got to think intra-family abuse. That could mean a lot of things, right? It could mean anything of any type of abuse to the kid, because there's so many things you could say, but I think it's more also what we've been talking about, the
Yep.
the inner dynamics.
Yeah.
So yeah, no,
Did I or you do something to Paige? Did I do something wrong or?
no,
Okay, I'm just checking.
no, no, not to my
Just
knowledge.
seems a little weird, but okay. Yeah. You imagine after they're all out of the hospital because it did say that they were finding temporary housing for them, the
Right?
kids.
Yes.
And they're all going to be separated.
Yeah,
So
they're going to have to be. I mean, that's just too many. You
but the
know.
mental
Yeah, I
and
know where you're going.
being separated from each other. They've been with each other for how long now? And they're going to be taken away from their brothers and sisters, cousins, uncle, whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's going to be devastating for them. They
yeah.
haven't seen anybody their entire lives, obviously. So all they know is who's there, and now they're going to be pulled apart.
Got you.
Horrific.
Yeah, no. Paige says I was not in this chat. Paige, I saw no time out. It was not in this chat. It was on Discord. AJ Sunshine, I'm sorry. It's so fair to people get involved in this mess. Bridget, I've heard a few jealous YouTubers constantly bashing the streamers that make more money than they do. Mainstream media makes millions of dollars without a doubt in the news. Streamers need money too. Hayes, the mod got in trouble from the owner, removed the timeout. L. Bridget, amen. It's a job, just like any other one is that is bringing attention to these cases without a doubt. Chris, you've done nothing wrong at all, in my opinion, says Paige.
No, thank you, Paige. I just wanted to make sure.
No, Tegan, I guess they never went to school either. That's what I'm
Nope.
thinking. I don't think
No,
these
they didn't
kids
go
went
to
to school.
No way.
That's
No way.
yeah.
The way
Yeah.
the way they looked was that
my
full?
God, that
Hell
would be
no.
the last. That's remember that. Wow, that was someone who was a little mentally. I'll just say mentally challenged is probably politically correct. Couldn't even spell her name. I want to get this one out here. AZ says, "Yeah, Cletus and Cletus Jr. are, in my opinion, laying down with sister, mom, and grandma. I'm so sad over the long-term trauma these children will suffer, without a doubt." That's basically, in a nutshell, what
they're
think.
forever. They're ruined forever.
Yes, without a doubt. April, okay, Paige, thank you for clarifying. You're welcome, says Paige. Bridget, exactly, L. Thank you. So yeah, I mean that it's just when I first heard this. Once again, I heard it first thing in the morning, got my coffee, was watching the news, and I heard this, and I thought, what? It came on our local news, and I thought, oh, my Lord. So, hurry up, and I was like, wow, like, this is crazy.
You see where we live these days. the country that we live in, this world that we live in, not the country, but yeah,
No,
I don't
yeah,
even
no,
have
you're right.
words.
And it's funny because some devil pups in the channel, and I know your channel as well. They were saying that um, like this is happening all over the world, man. This is happening all over the country.
Everywhere.
So it's like, yeah, I mean,
And you
you
know what
know,
really tips it off is really truthfully in the last I don't know, in the last 50 years, when did you ever hear of these big incidents happen in England or you never did. You didn't hear about these big things in England, but now you do. They have the stabbings, they have the shootings, and you're not even able to carry guns over there at all. And I mean, that's one of the least things that they worry about. But now they have mass shootings too. They have the stab. It's everywhere. And it's in every country.
yeah.
How many mass shootings have we come across in all these different countries over the last 10 years? A lot. The
No,
world is
I agree. Well, the
changing.
fact of the matter is, look, I've been in the military. I've been to these countries that are what I would call third world countries, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah.
And make no mistake, there's a lot of, they have, it's not uncommon to have 25, 30 kids, it's not uncommon in their how they do things. Okay. They don't do things like we do things. They don't look at things the way we look at things. So there's so many people that have so many kids, but it's not like they're not living like we are. You know what I mean? It's a whole different. There's a whole different analogy to that on why they do what they do. I'm talking about other countries, not the United States. Other countries, we have those issues here because, case in point, what we just talked about. But in other countries, they have it too. It's just that there's not a whole lot of frowning upon because
Right.
that's just an everyday thing, you know.
Yeah.
Where here you look at that and you go, "My God, why are you crazy? Why would you do this?" Well, over there it's like it's not a big deal, but it does happen. And yeah, it's crazy.
Look at Tegan. What I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but
Tegan.
I'm in the UK. Don't get me started. So I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
it's the same. It's the same everywhere. And
everybody's going through everybody's doing something. It's not just one area, man. We're seeing, a lot of this all over the country, all over the world globe. And it's only going to get worse, in my opinion, in all honesty.
And not for nothing, right? Let's take Venezuela for instance. Weren't we there taking somebody from there, and weren't we there, trying to?
Right.
But
right.
Who was the first people in to help with the earthquake? We were.
Yeah.
We just sent 2,000 Marines there, or Air Force. I don't know who they sent there. 2,000 they just sent there to help.
Military.
Because they're running around 50,000 people still missing up to date as of this morning.
Wow.
50,000 people. Can you imagine? 50,000 people.
I mean, it's bad enough with already what they have confirmed. And yet what they haven't confirmed, it's like, oh my God, it's jaw dropping. No doubt about it.
I mean, it's just. And, they're talking the big one's still yet to come. And that's what they're saying on the news now. That California had one today. They had like a 5-point something knock stuff off shelves. It wasn't horrific, but, they're saying this is huge because there's been a lot of movement over the last few years. A lot.
Well, and it doesn't, you look at, I mean, I still have to believe that equator has moved that minute bit.
Oh, probably.
Because the way that, if you guys all can think back in the last 5 years, you have seen a change on longer summers or longer winters or colder summers or you know what I'm saying? It's like things have changed, and I have to believe. They say it doesn't need but much, very very little for the whole equator to move just a tad bit for it to actually cause that much chaos. But I mean, how else do you explain the heat? How else do you explain all the colder areas are getting hotter? Everything seems to be getting hotter. In all honesty, I mean, yeah, it's just nuts. It's nuts. You know, that's yeah, it's crazy, without a doubt. Hey, says other countries, people help each other. Jim, that's why we live in the greatest country in the world, without a doubt. Well said, Jim. No doubt about it. Well said. Ole, the UK is more knife crimes than shootings. The UK, yeah, that's because you guys are not allowed to have guns out there. If I'm not mistaken, right? I mean, only law enforcement can have guns, right? Isn't that right, Chris?
I know over there. I'm not sure, like in every area, but I think that's still
I think it's still
the
that way that they're not allowed to have guns in that. I mean, that's why the crime is so low in a lot of these other countries. You know, they don't have any tolerance. You know, so if you can't have a gun, might as well bring a knife to a baseball fight or something. You know.
Can I change the subject for a
yes, you can. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I'm looking for more stuff, but I came across this lady who was climbing Mount Shasta.
Okay.
And they were climbing, the side of the mountain, 13,000 feet. This lady slips and falls 1,500 feet. She broke her leg. 1,500 feet.
And she survived?
Yeah, she broke her leg.
Wow. That's
if that
crazy.
was me, there'd be an arm up there, a leg over there. My back would be up there on that, right? Really?
Madeline, the UK Marie is in the house. Hello, everyone. Good to have you, Madeline. Good to have you in the house. Welcome in.
Well, they can tell us, didn't they?
No doubt.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about the couple that went up and climbed up here? I think it was today. Climbed up.
Yes, they were on the top of the Empire State Building. They hung out
building. Yeah.
They put up the banner.
Yes.
And then he proposed to her.
Yes, and then they came down probably to get arrested.
Well, yeah, but you know where they are? They're in the hospital. They have to be secluded. They have to be separated and secluded for 24 to 48 hours because they were up top hanging on to the lightning rod.
Yes.
Which gives out high amounts of radiation.
Right. I did not know that.
Radiation.
Right.
So now they're in a suit now, and then they're in separate rooms. And they didn't know that either. I didn't know that either.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they were like, "Oh yeah, they're going right from here to the hospital because hey, honey, can you marry me? But we're gonna die now, so thank you." Like,
and they
really?
did. They grabbed out to the very top. I thought it was. I mean, look,
no fear.
I can't go any. I mean, even going up maybe over 20 levels.
Yeah.
After that, man, I'm just like, hey, I know I'm like way off the ground somewhere.
Where's the ground? Give me the ground.
I gotta get back. Go ahead.
No, I thought they were base jumpers. I thought they were going to leap off and throw the parachute.
Right.
But
they do that a lot of times in these buildings.
Oh, yeah. They climbed down. They did what they wanted to do. But you know what he did to us, to men? He just put the bar way up. High, so somebody's gonna have to like go to the moon and bring his his girlfriend, and
without a doubt,
unbelievable.
That is funny.
Good stuff.
L says we have our issues in America, but others have theirs as well. Humanity and morality is changing, without a doubt. Yep. Hi, Mad. Hi, Maid. Says Paige. L, hi Marie, I am so glad to see you, says L. Jim, made in the UK is in the house.
Did you, Paige, if you didn't see earlier today, about midday, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I think, a female and a male climbed up to the tippity top of the Empire State Building in New York, and they hung out I think it was a political flag banner type thing, and they were holding on to the lightning rod, and those give off radiation, high amounts of radiation. So, and then they climbed down to the first maintenance platform level, and he proposed to her, gave her a ring, and then they were taking pictures, and then they climbed down and they went to the hospital, and then they're going to jail. So,
Yeah.
hey, honey, come
Oh,
on.
shit.
The only thing he didn't think about was probably that lightning rod. Obviously, you didn't wake up today and be like, babe, let's climb the Empire State Building, right? Doesn't happen. They planned it out and all that good stuff, but he didn't take into effect that lightning rod. And luckily, the storm was coming in later on. Can you imagine if they were up there and lightning struck? Oh God.
Yeah, right.
Would have been a couple of fried chickens up there.
CB says, good to see everyone. CB's in the house, everybody. Good to see you, CB. CB, hello, Tegan. My mind can't even comprehend what's going on in Venezuela. No doubt. Without a doubt, Tegan. Well said. Hey, Marie, this is Devil Dog's first panel ever, so please be patient. Yes. Thank you, Paige. Appreciate that. Bridget. In some countries, the government completely controls the media too, without a doubt. Well said, Bridget. Oleg, yes, we lost our guns when doubling happened. Please like the stream, everybody. Dog needs every single comment. I do read everybody. I try to get everybody's in. Maid says, 1985, well, Juice says he's going to do some new cases, so he might change slots. Also, he's going to do some searching, so he's going to be earlier. Okay, interesting. Good to know. Thank you so much, mate. Appreciate that. Well, never mind the topic. Chris keeps changing it. No, he's fine. We change it all the time. Oleg, yes, we've not had a shooting since, thankfully, but knives are getting bad. I can see that. No doubt about it. I mean, you don't have the guns. I tell you what, it's probably easier to deal with the knife than it is a gun, in all honesty. Just saying.
Yeah, definitely.
I would take my chances with the knife.
I want to get stabbed before I get shot.
Yeah, right? Or I at least want to try to defend myself with the knife. No doubt about it. Marie, I am very happy to hear that. That makes my day. Thank you. Call me Marie DD Love. You got it. No problem, Marie. Paige with the hearts. Tegan, 1,500 feet and a broken leg. Wow. Yeah, that's what I said. I thought she would have died falling that far down, what Chris was saying. Without a doubt.
I would have died on the way down. I would have had a heart attack. Like,
right, right.
Oh my God!
Oh Lord, mercy, help me! As you're driving for the bread, help me, Lord,
just
mercy,
screaming.
Like, yeah, I can
this is
just
how
see
I'm going
that.
out.
No doubt about it.
I mean, I'm sure she had scrapes and bruises and stuff.
Without a doubt. But yeah, just to be alive.
I know.
Just to say, all I had was a broken leg. I mean, dude, man, that definitely was not your time, right?
No,
definitely
she's a lucky person.
Time. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Al just posted the Juices side. If you're not a member, please go and subscribe to the Juice as well. Thank you, Al. CB, just watching them climb wore me out. Cannot imagine how sick they will be. I work at a nuke plant. It's not safe, says CB. No doubt. Without a doubt. Juice's channel is Juice's channel in case anyone's not subscribed yet. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't follow this discussion. Fantasy 5 is in the house to love each other that much. LOL. No doubt. Well said, Fantasy 5. Marianne, wow, just a broken leg. That's it. Maybe just a broken leg. Hell, I break my leg just getting off the damn mower. Not really, but sprain my ankle maybe. Quite a bit. I know it will be good to have you with us, love. We have Hyper Kimberly. She says sweet. What's that?
I was just drinking when you said that. You break your leg when you fall off.
I do, man. I tell you what, I always hurt my ankles and my knees when I get off the mower. Well, right now, I'm talking about me hurting my ankles, Paige. I hurt my ankles when I get off the mower. That's what I'm saying. Marianne, I was Kiki and her photographer. It was Kiki and her photographer, right? Oh my God. Could you imagine that, Chris? Kiki
You
and her
never know.
photographer being up there in the high heel boots and the moon boots, as they call
We'll
them.
know in a few days.
Yeah.
Well,
Paige,
if they get
who,
out of the
who
hospital.
was. Oh my Lord. Okay, thanks, Chris. Yes, yes, says Paige. Oleg. It was very romantic. He proposed to her. Yeah, I'm not doing that, guys. I just can't do that. Sorry. That would not be something I would do. I'm afraid of heights, believe it or not. And I had to do a lot of height climbing in the Marine Corps, and I can tell you, I dreaded it. I dreaded it. Paige, wow, that's insane. Tegan, I would even climb a staircase for a proposal. Well said, Tegan. Well said.
I still see this in his words to her later on after whatever happens. Babe, that was, oh, I can see her saying, babe, that was the most romantic thing in the entire world. I love you, but now we're dying. So,
Thanks
you
for
know,
ending everything so quick. No doubt.
there you go.
Tegan said, just give me a fish and chips and a box of chocolates and I'm cheap date. Well said. Well said, Tegan. Shut down the whole block because of it. They did. Tegan May says, oh Lord, laughing out loud. I'm scared of heights. 7 up a ladder. No doubt about it. Hey, I could tell you some stories on, yeah, no. We'll say that for another day. Annie, I'm sure, does read all the time. It's so enjoyable. I do, Annie. I try to read everybody's. Sometimes I skip a few here and there, just not by choice, but by accident. I got a panic attack just watching that couple. No doubt. I just couldn't believe it. I looked at my wife like, what the hell? Yeah, I was shocked. Annie, I would love to have never went up. Made he reads with such gusto. I love it. Paige, the village people lead singer passed away. Yeah, I wasn't really they only had that one, the one that I think the president sings all the time, that song that they have. Can't think of what is it? YMCA. That was his favorite theme. I think that was the only one he could actually, get to sing. Right? I'm thinking that's what it was. Also, 6 people were unalive during a child custody dispute. Yeah, and then that's 16 kids that literally were saved by the police. 2 of them taken to literally to life flighted out too. So yeah, there's a lot going on in the world, no doubt about it. Oleg, I had to dip out while you discussing the children is awful. All right. Man, okay, all right. Carolina girl, oh, come on, DD. The sky has no limits. Oh my God. It has no limits, but I have a lot of limits, without a doubt. Sunflowers in the house. Good to have you, Sunflower. Appreciate you being here. Made innocent kids, without a doubt. It is L. Those stories I don't forget some reason. Oh Lord, that is heartbreaking, says Made. I mean, yes, yes, yes. Paige, yeehaw, Carolina. Oh, come on, ED. No, not for me. L. Carolina, Tegan, Paige. To a panic attack, Marianne. Well, that we're in black mask and everything goes back to Nancy, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Sunflower, easy sick people. Where did they get those children? They said they moved from state to state. Yeah, I didn't know where they came from, but yeah, it's just crazy, without a doubt. Hey, Oleg, I get it. I can't understand why people do that. It's selfish. Paige, who was Marianne, please? It takes a sort. Marie, April. Please like and subscribe if you haven't become a member. Marianne, Paige, the couple that climbed the Empire State Building, Paige. Leg, are you referring to the engagement? Oleg, did you look at the pic I sent you yesterday? I did. I looked at all of them. I sure did. I sure did, Oleg. L, Paige, it was like, it's hilarious. Wait, no, this is real, not a movie. Okay, thank you so much, Antigan. What if he had dropped the ring? Oh God, then everything is off. Everything is off. Marianne, very welcome. Paige, DD, Cash Apps, you got it. Thank you, April. Paige, Tegan, April. There's an email. Oleg, yes, Paige. Okay, we're caught up. Come back in, Chris. Chris, come back in. I don't know what you're doing, but come back in. So the idea that these kids, it's going to be interesting to find out how they go ahead and, I mean, I don't know how they plead innocent, first of all, the four individuals, the four adults. But saying that, or how did they plead not guilty, should I say? But saying that, I just don't know how people that even around there that knows what happened, how do they process that information? Why are you muted?
I muted myself.
Why?
I was sneaking in a little bit of food.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Sounds good.
I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work soon, so I'm just throwing the food down.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Oleg. April, oh Chris, where are you? Laughing out loud. Everybody wants to hear you, man. They want to hear what you got to say, brother.
No, they just don't lie. They just want to hear the voice. That's all. They just
Well, hey, the voice is you. You are the voice. You got to take what you can get, brother. The voice is you.
Why do you guys want me? Be your voice.
They want to hear your voice, my brother. Tegan, a thief on the street would have grabbed the ring and ran. Hey, if that ring would have dropped, everything was off. Think about that. They would have said, no, we're not doing it. It's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. Oh, God, that's crazy. Could you imagine?
It's funny. I said that.
It's not meant to be.
I said that. I said, with my luck, I would have dropped the ring, and that would have been.
God.
And that would have been like a
sign.
It would have been a sign, but falling to the ground, that would have been like a 500-pound rock just coming.
Yeah, no doubt. Well said.
Too funny.
I posted their actual video on their arrangement in Discord. Thank you, Paige. May reminds me of Howard Stern.
Here we go.
There you go, Howard Stern. Hey, I used to watch him before I stopped watching him. This was a long time ago. Oh, Marie, he gets that often. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. You're gonna give me a ring. It's gonna be on the ground. No doubt about it, April. If you're going to receive a ring, it's going to be on the ground, without a doubt. Laughing out loud. Does he laugh my ass off? Says May. Hey, TMZ has a new video saying the notes are real. TMZ FBI information. Yeah,
they put that out there earlier, and they're disputing what the FBI said. What's his face still says they're real.
Tell us about it, because I don't even know nothing about it.
That's all I know. I haven't watched it either, but all I know is he come on and said, hey, look, these things are real. But I don't, you're TMZ, dude. I mean, the FBI is telling you, but again, right back to, we don't know that what the FBI said is actually true.
Right.
We haven't heard from the FBI. We've only heard from what are they called? Writers, raiders, routers, whatever the hell that is.
Writers,
That's all we've heard.
routers.
That's it.
Got you.
So, and so they heard from, supposedly somebody, tipped them off in the FBI saying, hey, those things are fake, but who knows?
Yeah, it's no doubt, without a doubt, that is true.
I can bring it up if you want to watch it. It's not long.
Isn't that long? Bring it up.
Let me see.
If we have sound.
Oh yeah, that's right. But we should. But let me just see. I think it's like some ransom notes might be legit. Well, see, I don't.
April says, I see notes are real, and then I see notes are not real. I don't know what to believe. Hey, I'm with you, April. I'm with you. I think there's only there's only a few at the very beginning to me that were real, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, there's just so much back and forth, and everybody's getting a different take of information that how in the hell are they supposed to make it a good educated guess?
You can't. I think what's happening now is with the going back and forth. This is real, but it's not. It is, but it's not. And it's a lot of it. Was she taken? Not sure. But I think people are starting to now, still deep into the case, still want Nancy, but I think they're starting to get a little bit tired of hearing the crap that keeps flowing out. You know what I mean? It's like, time to move on. Not completely, but time to go on to something different.
Absolutely, because
why I like this, because
you can only beat an unalive horse so much, man. Let's be realistic here. You can only beat an unalive horse so much. At some point, yes, keep it. And I've told my chat this before, and told the double pups in the channel before that. We can give other things, talk about other things. We won't be like we're not covering Nancy. It's just, and there was for a moment there was a time when I think if Marianne had a good suggestion that we did was, at 9:00 we gave a different take, and then at 5:00 we would do something on Nancy, but at 9 it was for like another case or something else that's happened.
Right? Yeah.
And that worked out for a little bit. It's just. Then you started getting the notes again and started hearing about the notes. And then I'm hearing about, 75% that this is going to get solved and yada, yada, yada. And next thing you know, everything's back to the full go attention again,
Mm-hmm. I think that's why, just everybody's just like, oh, of course, everybody wants Nancy. But, like I said, I think people are just getting tired of, what do I know today? I thought I knew that. It's just I added TMZ. If you want to throw it up there, I can hit play.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Here's TMZ talking about what we have here.
And let us know if you guys can hear it straight up, with the ad.
Hey, Dad.
This is how we make
what?
So this is on the TMZ.
Reuters came out with a story today saying that they have FBI sources who say that the FBI has determined that the two ransom notes, alleged ransom notes, one of which we received along with two Tucson television stations, and a second which one of those TV stations received, were not legitimate. And also that the demand letters that we had been receiving from somebody demanding 1 Bitcoin in return for saying who the kidnappers are, identifying them, that too is not legitimate. So we decided that we would pursue this and see if in fact this is real, that they've discounted it. It's not what we had heard, but it was possible. So we made calls. So I am going to tell you that I spoke with two people in the FBI, one of whom is involved in the investigation, one of whom is an official. And the official in the FBI who asked I don't use this person's name said this: it is more likely than not that the two ransom notes are real, are real.
Here we
Um,
go.
Further in that conversation, this person said, they are more legitimate than not. That's a quote. Now, they haven't determined it is for sure real, but they definitely have not determined it is for sure fake. And as for the demand letters that we've been getting, uh, where somebody is asking for 1 Bitcoin, they say it is less likely that those letters are real, but they have not discounted that either. So I think this goes to the legitimacy, really, of the ransom notes, because that's really what's important here. We have told you before that we had as many as 5 FBI agents on phone calls at the same time with our IT team, trying to find out who sent these ransom notes or these alleged ransom notes. And they have not been able to do that. We are told today that they are still pursuing those two notes, the two alleged ransom notes. They have not determined, I want to repeat, they're real, but they have definitely not determined that they're not. And they lean more toward legit than not legit. Um, Now, the official I talked to said, look, um, this is a big organization and there are multiple agents on this case. And if you talk to all of them, their opinions are going to vary. And so it depends on who you talk to. And that seems real enough that not everybody would agree. But the official position of the FBI is they have not discounted these two ransom notes. So the reason I think this is important is that you look at the first note where they make that demand of $4 million, and then the second, if you then they say if you don't meet the deadline, it goes to 6 million, and if you don't pay the 6 million by the deadline, we will kill Nancy Guthrie. And then the second note that the Tucson station received, we didn't. They don't ask for any money. They just inform Savannah Guthrie and her family that Nancy had died. Um, and that seems to be why Savannah came out almost the next day and said, look, we will pay you money to know where our mother is. In other words, to bring her body back. And it now kind of makes sense. The reason she said that is because that second letter did not ask for any money. It was almost like, you know, these kidnappers were not banking on the fact that Nancy Guthrie would die in their watch, freaked out, didn't ask for anything, and just went underground. And she's saying, no, 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 we will pay you. But they have never to be heard from again. So that's kind of the bottom line to this, which is the official position of the FBI is those ransom notes are more likely than not real, but they still don't know, and they are still looking at those notes. The demand letters, less so. They would not give me a 70-30 or anything like that, but merely less likely that they're legit than the ransom notes. So that's where we are right now. And where we are right now, frankly, is where we've been the last 4 months, which is the FBI just doesn't know who kidnapped Nancy Guthrie.
Back to the beginning. So, do we have a new show tomorrow and we just stop back over from day one?
You know, it's just I mean, golly, man, it's like even I don't know about you all, but even just hearing that made me so freaking confused. You know, just hearing him explain that made me confused. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's just so It's everybody has a different spin. Everybody has a different view. And here's the thing: I'm not so sure I buy that the FBI. I get it. Everybody's going to have their own opinion, but when you're the FBI, you're working for one goal, and that's to finance it. The last thing you want is misinformation or different information going from one ear to the other to the other to the other. You know what I'm saying? So the idea is that why would you even like, I don't know, maybe they shouldn't say anything. I think Marianne said that. I have a great idea. Don't report anything about the letters until people can make up their damn mind if it's real or not. Well said, Marianne.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Now they should put a gag order on TMZ, and whoever else they need to.
Because
And
that's what's
maybe
happening, Chris. It's happening that TMZ has became this, for a better lack of words, player in the game, if you will, and has now literally like if the FBI wants you to know something, they're going to tell you.
Right.
But now TMZ's telling you, even if the FBI doesn't want to tell you, And then is TMZ got it right or got it wrong? Well, the FBI's not saying it. So once again, it comes back to, like I said in the past, I'm always going to believe more on the FBI side of what they're saying than anybody else, because they would probably have more knowledge than anybody else, in my opinion. So it's not always that way, but it's just confused. Like, I listened to that, and somewhere in the middle, like, my ears tuned everything out. and then I just got lost for that split second. I got lost, and then it was like, okay, you just said they didn't believe the notes, and then this guy said he did, and then you asked the guy who's in charge, and he said, well, they all have a different opinion. Well, then what the hell are we doing?
Well, I guess you gotta say to yourself right now is, if we want to believe anything, do we believe TMZ, who has direct contact with the same people he's been dealing with, talking about the letters and sending the letters into them, so he knows who he's talking to? Or excuse me, do you believe Reuters on just an agent telling him? Who would you put your money with? And it's a very tough decision, because TMZ is what TMZ is. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. Now I'm thinking, okay, maybe they are real. Maybe that was a bunch of crap yesterday.
In my opinion, my opinion, very little that I know, very little on the inside that I know. In my opinion, in everything I've ever been trained and taught about ransoms, okay, the first two letters make sense to me.
Yeah.
They make total sense.
Exactly.
They give so many specifics. Once again, if you want to prove if a specific is a fact, you go check and see if it's a fact. Was the watch, the Apple Watch, on the floor where he said it was at? If it was there, guess what? It's a fact. It's not like, because I heard a lot today about people saying, well, but what's the odds? I mean, it could have fell off. The watch could have fell on the ground. He could have just got lucky and guessed it. No. We're not
You didn't guess her Apple Watch was on the ground.
Shit, okay?
No
the idea
way.
is the idea. But I heard that. I heard people say that, and I'm like, dude, you're confusing people. Matter of fact, it was the same individual that said about a streamer being the one that was writing the notes. Okay, so it's like, look, dude, the facts are the facts. He gave you something. If that watch was laying on the floor where he said it was, it's a fact. Now, we may not know that. The FBI will know that.
Oh, yeah.
But we won't know that because we don't know where they found that watch, right? And if the FBI is not saying anything, it's because they don't want you to know that, because they're going to probably try to figure out, they're still trying to figure out who in the hell is this guy, right?
Yep.
So I guess for a better lack of words, it's like the first two notes to me seem very, very real, in my opinion. From everything that I know, in my opinion, they seem real.
They seem
Okay?
they sound the most realistic.
Sense. Yes.
Right?
Yes. Without a
Hey,
doubt.
we want, 4 million. You can have your mother back. If we don't hear back from you, it goes up to 6 million. And then if we don't hear back from you, she's dead. That would follow that would make sense to me, like you're saying. The whole, I mean, the other ones, hello, Savannah.
Yeah. I'm not.
Mom's good. And no, I ain't buying that crap.
Like I said, I would have put my stock, all bit of my money in the stock that the first two were real. I would have, played. I would have played that number 1 and 2. I wouldn't have played necessarily anything else, but those two for a fact, I would have played the numbers. Now, I could be wrong, but what I'm hearing from TMZ, and then really, in all honesty, we're hearing from TMZ really saying what the FBI is saying without the FBI saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. We're hearing TMZ saying this is what the FBI is saying, but it's not coming from the FBI. It's coming from TMZ.
Yep.
I mean, well, you can say anything.
Yeah.
And if you don't have FBI contesting it or saying like you said earlier, put a damn gag order on it. Do something, because what's happening is I think TMZ is getting so much involved that they are, maybe not intentionally, but they are putting a lot of confusion out there, maybe not realizing it. They may know what they want to say, but they may not know how to deliver what they want to say. There's two different things, and I think that could be happening, and that's why there's so much different spins of everybody on where they want to go with it. So, I mean, it's just crazy in my opinion, man.
But now I don't believe what I heard last night. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm like, oh, well, wait a minute. They both make good, I don't know. So I'm back to square one. Here we go.
And I always tell everybody when we have our lives, I always tell everybody, there's not a problem going back to square one. It's not. No. It's not a. That's a good thing, because you're going to go back to see what you missed. Mm-hmm. You're trying to. We have so much more information that has come in that things could end up making sense. And I do believe that in my live streams, because that's the ones I do believe that literally we have found out and been able to make sense of some things that we couldn't make at the beginning. But by going back to the beginning, as I call it, going back to the beginning and looking at the information from where we were, knowing what now is out, a lot of things make sense. A lot of things started to make sense. So we have, I believe, in my honest opinion, I believe we have gained some traction from the beginning to where we're at by going back several times to the beginning on the new information that we're getting along the way. And that has helped. That has helped a lot. Like, for example, I know one live we did when we talked a lot about the telemetrics of the vehicle, right?
Yeah.
We talked about, did Tommaso show up? Everybody was saying, well, I don't think she showed up. I don't think she didn't show up. I don't think she ever made it home. Remember all that was going on, right?
Yep.
So my spin or my take on it is this. We're not going to know, because the timestamps of the garage door, Tommaso's telemetrics of his car, FBI is going to know whether he was there or not.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to know. We're
not
going to know.
I was just sitting here thinking about that when you mentioned that. If they had ever found anything from the telemetrics, hey, you were never there. We would have knew about that by now. because they would have rung him in.
Unless, because it does tell you how many people were in the car and the whole 9 yards. Unless the only way that you could have a glitch, if you will, is if the car shows up or doesn't show up, they're going to know. We may not know until they know who was really the one driving that vehicle. Now, Tommaso has said he's the one that drove the vehicle. He drove her back, right? Yep. But then Nanos put a spin when he said, oh, yeah, the family seen her back at her home. They seen her back to her house, remember? They saw her.
Because he put his foot in his mouth every time.
Exactly. So now you go, and that reporter said from the get-go said, so are you saying they watched her back into the house? He said, they how did he word it? He worded so weird. He said, they watched her back to her house or some crazy thing. And I was like, okay, does he mean they actually like watched her go in her house, or does he mean that they actually watched her go into the house? And the lady said, you mean the family? And he goes, oh yeah. It's like, no, wait a minute. It's not yeah. It's either they did or they didn't, because it makes a lot of difference. Because now, in my mind, listening to these little details, I'm thinking, okay, well, you said that they walked her in, and then that they walked her in, or they washed her into the house. What the fuck does that mean? Wash her into the house.
Dog said, what the fuck does that mean?
You know, did you just see her? You know what I mean? It just makes no sense.
Yeah, because they saw video from inside the house.
Right. So my thing is, the way this could not come out right is if Tommaso, if he didn't show up there, and it's like I say in my streams, we're not going to know. The FBI is going to know. Well, why would the FBI constantly go back? Maybe they went back all those many times back to their home because they were looking for things as they kept finding new clues or evidence. They kept going back. They went back 5 times at a minimum. Yep. So,
well, yeah, I mean that's huge in itself.
Exactly.
Why did you have to go back 5 times?
So you're finding stuff along the way, and you're saying, we need to check for this over here. We need to check for this over here. The next time you find some more clues, you say, we need to go back to that same house that we went there before. The next time you find clues, you're going back again. Well, at some point, I mean, it speaks for itself. You know, who is a viable person of interest that I would call a person of interest, you know? And so, once again, it always goes back to me to the FBI knows if he got there. If he got there, hey, we're not going to know until they have that breaking news that they caught the individual or they arrested the individual in the Nancy Guthrie case. So all we got to know is they either have it or they don't. And if they don't have it, that's who they're looking at. And if they have it, then that's who they're literally targeting.
Yeah.
Because they know that consistencies of his statements may not correspond to what this timestamp and what this evidence for the telemetrics is speaking. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, they're going to know. We may never know.
No, we might not know.
To some extent, we may find out a little bit, but we may never know. But the idea is that, once again, they're going to know. So if they're not hounding him, if they're not watching him, if they're not monitoring him, if they're not doing anything with him, well, it's probably because they know everything panned out. But then you ask the question, if that's the case, why did they go back to his house so many times?
Exactly.
I mean,
you know what? We're so far into this. I feel guilty. I keep second guessing. Did I have something to do with it? You know what I mean? You never know. I could have sleptwalked over this.
It just makes no sense to me that you know, it's always bothered me. Literally, it's always bothered me. Not just how many times did he go back there, that they go back there to look. Okay, it's always bothered me that damn phone call, that 9-second phone call, in that Hawthorne guy going ahead and sending those messages to Annie and Tomas. It's always bothered me. You know, I still have LD at the very top because he done it to himself. As far as I'm concerned, he put himself
with the interview.
with the interview. He put himself spot
He
in the
really
top,
did.
no doubt
Yep.
about it. So that guy's not going to come down. But the other scenario is, I can't see that that was a how can I say? I googled it and got. I just don't buy that. I don't buy that. And
No.
we did streams on how everything, all the tentacles connect to this
Yep.
mojito. How they could have got the phone numbers from their manager, who was their music manager, right? So
Yep.
so once again, it's frustrating because the idea is that they know, and I've always had my feeling. Now, I'm not saying he did anything, and I'm not saying anybody's guilty. What I'm saying is, in my opinion, I think that those people need to be re-interviewed again, and be interviewed, like hardcore.
Yeah.
I don't mean physical. I just mean hardcore, like get to the bottom of the nitty gritty here, because there's a lot of information that has come out since the beginning that I think, in my opinion, it would merit them to go back and have another. Now, maybe they have. They probably have, and maybe they haven't. I don't know.
I'm sure they've replayed this over 100,000 times by now.
I mean, yeah, and yeah, so they probably have, but that's the only logical thing that makes sense to me. It really makes sense to me in that aspect. So, I mean, there's a lot of things we can like process and try to figure out and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, look, when it comes to Nancy Guthrie, we are not going to know nothing until you see the channel that you enjoy the news that says suspect was arrested in the Nancy Guthrie case. That's when we're going to know. Breaking news.
Yeah.
Other than that, we're not going to know. No matter what they do, we're not going to know, because there's so much information that we are not privileged to.
Right.
And so we can't make something out of nothing.
Nope.
We can only guess, and we can always say, well, everything seems to fit, but at the end of the day, we are not privileged to that key information, that little information that we need to make that final connection, and therefore, we're just not going to know. So it's almost like you're spinning your wheels,
Oh yeah, and like, what the hell? I must be tired because I'm forgetting what I was going to say. Like we said the other day, one of these theories in the 14 million theories that have been out, one of them's the truth.
Yeah.
Just one of them is the truth. So
that is the doubt, man. That is the doubt. No doubt.
I mean, and I feel like we're right back to the beginning, because I don't know, like, last night was good to hear, but I still didn't say, hey, 100% I'm on this. I was like, ooh, I'm still eerie.
Yeah.
I'm still a little, because it wasn't from the FBI.
Correct.
Until I see a statement or a press conference and it says FBI is saying, here you go, then I'll believe it. But up until then, I'm just not believing it. I want to, though.
Yeah.
I want to
no
believe it.
doubt.
But
No doubt.
no, it's like I said, though, it's getting to that point of, all right, when you find something out really good and true, let me know. Until then,
yes, like you said, it's time to move. It's time to move to the next chapter.
Right. And we don't have to worry about it either, because the other half of this family that we've created is there live. So when something happens, we're going to know, right? So we don't have to worry about, I hope I don't miss that. And I hope I don't miss this, because I'm going to know immediately, because, Ted texts me immediately. Like last night, he's like, did you hear? And I'm like, yes, Ted, I heard. He's like, get on JLR. So I went on JLR last night and just like, yeah, let's it's exciting to hear, right? Oh, that's beautiful. Like, again, don't know what that means, but it was beautiful to hear. Great. They don't think they're real. Okay. So did that help us find Nancy? No. And the main goal here is to help us find Nancy. And, at this point, I think this is where, and tell me if I'm off or it's crazy, but at this point, I don't even care if they get the person. Just give us Nancy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't think
You know what I mean?
I don't
Go
think you're
on your
crazy at
day.
all, because there's a very good possibility we will never know what
Right.
happened. I still think in my heart of hearts that they're gonna go ahead and get somebody, or they're gonna go ahead and figure something out where they're gonna go ahead and, in their opinion, they're gonna have the suspect. I
Right.
still believe that wholeheartedly. But
Yeah.
there is that slight percentage. There is cases that never get solved. And everyone needs to remember that, because it is very possible. And the
But
way
in those
this
cases, do they recover the body or is it just altogether gone?
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
That's
all
what
gone. And that's the thing. I don't think that there's a whole lot of optimism with a lot of people, because there's just not enough there. Right? I mean, you went what? We're now past what,
one
5 months literally?
yesterday.
Okay, so
Today. Today.
we're
5
5
months
months
today.
literally. So now in 5 months, when something like this should have been taken care of, what I mean by taken care of, if it was ransom for money, that should have happened within the first 3 days, and that
Hmm.
person would have been back to their family. And we're talking 5 months later, and we still like not hearing any traction. Could they have traction? Sure, they may have something.
I'm sure
I
they
don't know.
do.
I have to believe that they have all the satellites, all the tapping of wires and everything. They're going to have something, but I also know that it's possible that they may not have nothing. And if
No,
that
they
happens,
they
then
might not.
we may never get that who done it. And you're
I
right. I would love to see Nancy remains be brought to the family so they
Yeah.
can have that peace,
Yeah.
But
And
I
then
don't-
I'm putting out an apology right on the TV. Sorry, Annie, Tommaso, Savannah, Cameron.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it's
I
just,
mean,
you guys,
it's
you
not
made
like
yourself
yeah.
look
You made
good.
yourself sound like this. You painted your own freaking picture, man.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
made yourselves look guilty by hiding your faces and
absolutely.
not saying a damn thing. I can understand them not saying anything, right? Get it. They might be just private people or whatever. But when you're hiding yourself and you're driving away and now you're amongst the missing, like obviously you're somewhere, obviously, but you know, you're hiding. Why are you hiding? You should be standing out in the front of your house talking,
Absolutely.
please help us find my mother. And then, you got Savannah who's begging on TV, please help us find our mother. Please, please. That's what they're doing, but you're having them arrested, or, so-called it was you that called. What the hell? You're asking for it. Here we are. But, we're going to jail and stuff. So, yeah, we don't want to help you anymore. Right? We'll
Right.
just cover it from, the computers or whatever. But they're making themselves look guilty. The sheriff's making himself look guilty. And now, like we said earlier when we started this all up, it's it's all starting to crumble on the Pima County side.
Yeah.
The attorney, the sheriff, that's all crumbling now. They're dropping charges because they know it was wrong. So it's coming apart. Probably not for Arizona, yeah, it's coming apart in the right places now because your sheriff is, he's that close. If they can, file a charge and say, hey, look, you did this wrong, you're out of here, you're done. That you broke the law. That's it. Hopefully. But on our side, we're still at square one, my men's. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
no
got
doubt.
nothing new. And like I said yesterday, what do we know? Missing and a guy on the front porch. And that's all we know. Nothing else. We don't know, and what I always think back on is we don't know if the blood was true. We don't know what the hell was in the house. You can't. Can anybody tell me that her phone was there? Her Apple Watch, was it there? Nobody knows.
Well, none
Did
of
she
us
make
really
it
know
home?
what they had there.
Nobody knows. So,
Yeah.
it still feels like day number one. Like, great. And that's what's odd because, I mean, usually there's something. Usually there's something. Even if you could show me a picture, all I need is a picture of her either being carried out of the house, dragged out of the house, pushed out of the house, whatever. At least that proves something, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so she was manhandled out of the house. Does it make it real? No, but at least you see, what what would have happened or
Right.
what could have been happened.
Right.
And yes, Carol, Ted texts me, Shibby texts me, JLR texts me, Doug texts me, everybody texts me. So that's how I learn everything quick. And so, but yeah, no, I just hope, like you keep saying, that's the only way anything's going to happen. Is you need that one huge piece of the puzzle, just one. That's
And
all you need. Is just that one.
no doubt. And we're
They
not
need a
getting that.
nugget. Like if this was a legit kidnapping, and my theories are way off that this is a cover up and it was family related, blah 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 blah. But if it was legit and they get that one little nugget, they're in. You just need it, and they could have it, and we just don't know. But I don't know.
All right, brother.
Yeah, I gotta run. I gotta go to work anyway.
All right, man. You have a
So,
good one. I will
yeah,
chat
you
with
too.
you. We'll see you tomorrow sometime.
Yeah, I'm gonna dig up some more stuff later if I can
Okay.
about the 16 and Elena.
Yeah.
I think something else came out about Elena today. So if you're looking, just look around for her. I thought I saw something else come out today about her, but it might be what we talked about. So,
Okay.
but
Sounds good,
yeah,
my friend.
definitely. Thank you for having me.
You're
Chat.
welcome, man. You're
Love
always
you guys.
welcome.
And I will. Yeah, we'll talk.
Absolutely.
All right,
Take
you
care,
do your
my brother.
thing. Have a good night, guys. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for
God bless,
being
my
here.
brother.
All
Thank
right.
you.
God bless you. Hey, Semper Fi.
Always,
All
my
right.
brother. God
All
bless
right,
you.
my man.
Later.
See ya. Bye.
Let me go down these here. Madeline Mary says, good night, bye. Take care, Chris. Paige, good night, everyone. Connie Culliver praying. Poor Nico. He was on his way out the hospital. He said he's being discharged. Great news. Good news to hear. Connie, thank you. Appreciate that information. Paige, okay, Connie, will. Marianne, for Nico. Yes, Marie, it is true. I agree. Nico needs prayers. You got it. Jim, the DA probably said you arrested them for what? No doubt. Well said, Jim. Cecily, hello. I think you're behind the stream a little, hon, says Al. Madeline, Paige is terrible. There's nothing. It's all on someone talking. I hear you, says Cecily. Yes, Cecily. It's maddening, says Paige. Jim, Savannah is not the little princess that she acts like, says Jim. I agree with April. April, 5 months in reality is not a long time. That's true. It's not a long time at all. But for a ransom, if you believe it's a ransom case, yeah, that's 5 months is definitely too long for a ransom case. Maybe not for like a homicide or something like that, because ransoms usually take within days, within literally like a few days. It's give me the money, here's the exchange, drop it in, pick up your loved one at such and such place or whatever the case may be. So for a ransom, it does go pretty quick. You know what I mean? Just not like other cases, like, you know, unaliving someone or working a homicide or whatever the case may be. Yeah, those take a while. And so 5 months is really not a whole lot. Al says, I heard Nano say in an interview that only a small percentage of people don't agree with him or don't like him. Rather, that's delusional. Well said, Al. Well said. Well said. Oh no, he was leaving the hospital when he had the arrest. I think he's still in the hospital. Marie says 1985. Love you, girl. Hope we get together soon. Marie, love you. Love you and hope so too. Looking forward to it. Keep an eye out. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for being in here, and thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for, I know it's not always ideal in everybody's take. I love having the conversations with you guys, the chat, and reading all your guys' comments and whatnot. I love that. I really do. I love doing that because I think your voices matter. Your opinions all matter. All of us opinions matter. You know, it's just that you guys got me trying this out, and I'm trying to figure out how to expand on that as best as I can. So, you know, for all the delays and you know, the not being able to get everything working right away, I do apologize. It's just I'm learning that on the fly without a doubt. Marie, love you. Great stream tonight. It was a lot of fun, in my opinion. I mean, at least you guys were able to talk to one another and kind of converse as well. But I love having you join, says Tegan. Yeah, I really like the interaction, the communication, and I really like literally our chat, our streamers to because we're used to what we roll with, right? We're all used to what we roll with. You guys are used to it. We know what to expect. And yet I'm also trying to bridge over here because not only is it helping us with Chris and others, but we're helping them as well, you know. So yeah, just have an open mind. If you guys down the road feel like this is not a good thing, then tell me. But I think it's a good thing. I really have a good time doing it for you all. So with that, everybody, God bless you. Thank you for being here. See you at 9. Have a good night. It's always common sense, everybody. It's always common sense. Thank you all, mods, for everything you guys bring to the table. Thank you, everyone else, for everything you guys bring to the table. Appreciate it wholeheartedly. And I thank you all for everything. So God bless you. Remember, it's all common sense, everybody. Everything is common sense. Marie, sounds good. Fantasy, thank you. Connie, oh, you got this double dog. We believe in you, and I enjoyed tuning in. Looking forward to seeing you. Thank you so much, Connie. I appreciate you. Night, Tegan. Love. See you tomorrow. Hit the likes, everybody. CB, good night. You got it, Jim. Appreciate you. Marie, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you as well. God bless you all. Semper Fi, everybody.